Every thought you think is a message sent into the fabric of reality. Not spoken aloud, not whispered to the sky, but broadcast through vibration, through consciousness itself. And reality listens. Because the universe isn't built on words, it's built on energy. And thought is the most refined energy in existence. We often think of prayer as something we do, a deliberate act, a ritual, a request to something beyond ourselves. But what if prayer isn't limited to moments of intention? What if prayer is happening constantly through the way that you think, feel, and focus your awareness? Every thought carries frequency. Every emotion charges that frequency. And together, they form a signal. A living communication between your inner and outer world. This is not just philosophy. It's energetic law. The mind shapes the field, and the field responds in kind. Today, we'll explore what it really means when we say, every thought is a prayer. Let's begin. The universe doesn't speak English. It doesn't speak words at all. It speaks in frequency, in resonance, coherence, and alignment. When you think a thought, you're not just forming an idea. You're generating a vibration that ripples through your energy field. Your consciousness then shapes that frequency into emotion, and your body becomes the antenna that broadcasts it. So when you dwell on fear, scarcity, or resentment, that is a prayer of lack. When you dwell on gratitude, peace, or love, that is a prayer of abundance. The divine doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your state. Prayer is less about what you say and more about what you become while saying it. You are constantly praying through your state of being. The question is, what are you praying for without realizing it? What you pay attention to becomes sacred through your focus. Attention is worship, the highest form of energetic devotion. When you give your energy to a thought, you're building a temple for it in your mind. When you revisit that thought again and again, you light candles inside that temple. And eventually, what you've worshipped in thought begins to materialize in form. Every worry is a prayer for what you don't want. Every judgment is a spell that reinforces separation. And every moment of appreciation is a prayer that opens the heart wider. This is why mindfulness is not just a practice. It's a sacred act. It's the moment you take back authorship of your prayers. You begin choosing consciously what you wish to amplify into existence. Thought is the blueprint, but emotion is the power source. When thought and feeling align, manifestation becomes magnetic. Think of your thoughts as seeds, and your emotions as sunlight and water. Without feeling, thought remains dormant. But once emotion charges it, it begins to grow within the quantum field, attracting experiences that match its vibration. When you say, "I am loved," but feel unworthy, the universe responds to the feeling, not the words. When you say, "I am abundant," but secretly fear lack, the signal is mixed. But when you feel abundant, peace, and joy, even before it appears, that feeling becomes prayer in its purest form. True prayer doesn't beg, it aligns. It doesn't chase, it embodies. Between every thought and its manifestation lies a brief pause, a sacred space of choice. Most people rush through this space unconsciously, reacting instead of creating. But the mystic, the mindful, the self-realized being pauses there. They look at their thought and ask, is this something I wish to pray into being? This is the moment of alchemy. The moment where you transmute fear into trust, anger into clarity, and confusion into understanding. This is where your consciousness stops being a random transmitter and becomes a deliberate creator. Each time you pause before reacting, you reclaim your power from the unconscious. You begin to live prayerfully, not through rituals, but through presence itself. Once you see that every thought is a prayer, life itself becomes your altar. The way you speak to yourself becomes a chant. The way you treat others becomes a hymn. The way you move through your day, that becomes your offering to creation. You no longer have to pray for things. You begin to pray as the energy you wish to experience. To live prayerfully means to walk in awareness that everything you think, feel, and do is a ripple in the field of consciousness. So you think with reverence, you feel with intention, you act with alignment, and suddenly, the world reflects back your devotion in every moment. You've been praying your whole life, not always with words, but always with energy. Every anxious thought, every kind intention, every silent hope, all of it has been shaping the field around you. The universe is not a distant God judging your requests. It's a mirror of your inner song. To change your prayer is to change your frequency. To change your frequency is to change your life. So slow down, listen to your thoughts, and remember, every one of them is a whisper to the infinite, saying, "This is who I am." Make that whisper sacred. If this journey spoke to you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone ready to experience life beyond thought. Comment below. What prayer are you sending into the world today through your thoughts? I read every comment. If you would like to support my work directly, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/MagnumOpus333. Or you can explore some original merchandise at my Teespring store online. The link is in the description below. Remember, your consciousness is the key that unlocks reality. Let's keep unlocking it together. Thank you for watching. Until next time.